All right, hello, welcome back. Today we're doing another how to style, this time with the Crocs Quiet Clog. Timbo, what do we think?
I mean, Crocs Quiet Clog has become one of our most popular silhouettes from Crocs. I think it's reminiscent of the classic, everybody knows it Croc you see around, but it's much more elevated in a lot of ways. It's got a much better footbed. It doesn't have the holes punched all the way through. It's a little bit cleaner, a little bit softer, easier to style in my opinion. So quite frankly, this has become a pair of shoes I keep right by the door all the time and ends up becoming like this shoe that I end up working into styling in a lot of different ways. So I thought this is a really cool opportunity. Let's show a few different ways that we kind of approach this silhouette. It seems to be here to stay with Crocs. And so we got a couple great seasonal colorways. We're gonna show a couple ways that we think would be cool to style.
Cool, yeah, let's hop right into it.
The colorway on this one in particular, Dark Night. So seasonal colorway, really great, kind of blends in. We really like it kind of blending in with, I think washed black ends up going really nice with like a navy or a dark blue, a denim, which is one reason I really like it because I love to wear black, but I mostly wear jeans. Easy way to do that. Everything about this, we wanted to just show how easy this thing is to throw in with everything and it still feels kind of finished and complete while still being a shoe that you just slid on and can get wet and you can run over it with a bike and it doesn't matter, you know? And so this is like, in our legacy, like more roomy, oversized, but comfortable and traditional crew neck sweatshirt with a big baggy pair of jeans that still fits comfortably. Looks great kind of like stacked on top of the shoe. I think it actually really elevates the overall silhouette of it entirely. I think it looks great. I mean, there's not much to say with this one. The point of these shoes is that you pop them on and kind of forget about it.
It's about as easy as it can
And what
get.
we really wanted to show is how elevated this can ultimately look when you pair it with the right stuff. So I think this looks really great. This is the way I wear this shoe the most.
Same.
Where it's just kind of tossing it on and out the door I go, especially. And the only other way that we'll get into is like, it's really nice with short because I really think the silhouette is a little bit bulkier, has less kind of arch than the traditional one. And so it kind of reads a little bit, it really reads really nice with a short or like a sock or something.
I get you. The way it's, the stance.
The stance, you know what I mean? Exactly. Cool. So kind of the easiest way you could pair this. I feel like anybody gets this and it makes sense. And we just wanted to show how simple it is. Cool. All right, so kind of as alluded to, one of the easiest ways to like kind of think about this is, especially if you're doing anything with like water, outdoors, anything like that, easy to throw these on because you're good, you hose them off at the end. It's a done deal. The number one thing is like the Quiet Clog, as opposed to like the more traditional one, just has this, as you can see, a much more sophisticated, like finished look to it. So really great when you want to elevate things a bit, that it definitely does that. And like we were saying with shorts, I really feel like the stance is really apparent. It's just clean looking.
Whereas the regular Croc has a little bit more going on in the sole. Obviously has the go fast strap and the holes in the top. So it kind of is a little busier on the eye. These are just kind of a straightforward silhouette.
I'll be honest, I don't know exactly why it's called Quiet, but that would be my guess. It just sort of like takes all of that stuff and kind of cleans that mold up a little bit. So I really think it looks clean. This is actually, you and I both have this model exactly. And I really like it for almost exactly how Alec has it. It's like the most it gets worn is taking a walk around the neighborhood when we go to the res or you go on a little outdoor thing where you know, like I don't need to like hike or anything, but I really want something I can slip on and off. And if it gets messed up, it's, you know, push it against something, you can drop them off a building and they're fine.
Easy.
So really easy way to kind of work this one in. And like, again, for me, it's really about just that overall silhouette that this has on the foot really feels finished. It feels very like a full shoe. It feels kind of chunky without feeling chunky, if that makes sense.
No, I got you.
Yeah. So I really think it's a great choice for these types of looks because it just looks at the end of the day really like clean and finished. And pairing it with this mint color, I think that kind of like minty hue really comes out and comes into play and looks great.
Yeah, a little summertime casual situation.
Yeah, cool.
All right.
All right, bring him in, bring him in.
Come on in, Allie.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so again, any one of these ways I could see you or I playing this almost identical. The nice thing is when you have like a chunkier, wider silhouette like this, I think of this with kind of any clog that I can think of. Because the silhouette, especially that top view, is a little wider, I like everything to be a little wider also. Because I think it complements the silhouette.
We've got a little bit fuller pant here. You know, if you had the little skinny pant, it'd be skinny, chunkier shoe. So you have this opportunity to play with a fuller pant, obviously playing it full length as this well, no cuff or anything like this.
I love the breeziness of this. I think this is an easy way, like we're talking about, to clean this up by a ton. It's as simple as it takes the Dark Knight colorway, which plays into the navy that's inside of here, but not too much. It's not matchy-matchy or anything like that, just giving it a little bit of like cohesion. And then you take that and you pair it with, again, this feels to me for some reason sort of like lake or ocean adjacent. I don't know if it's just the Nanamika doing it or whatever, but I think there's something breezy and open but really cleaned up and crisp about it.
So you still go to a nice dinner or something.
Exactly. Yeah, and I also think there's something cool that if you did this without a sock or something and you get that little peak like you got there, it just feels a little like you're playing the whole thing down, even though you're dealing with really like nicer, like could be much even more dressed up if you styled it slightly different. So you're kind of taking a casual approach to dress up as opposed to trying to dress up something that isn't necessarily going to dress up.
Sure.
Yeah, this is exactly like, for me personally, this is exactly what I would do.
Shirt, t-shirt. You know, a roomy, fitting pair of pants, and then the
I have, like we said, we have the mint tint ones. I wear those all the time with like a loose pair of jeans, white t-shirt, shirt over the top, open just like this. It just feels breezy, easy. What did you think about like all the different stylings and how things wore?
It basically just tells a story of a super versatile shoe. Basically my casual shoe whenever I'm mowing the lawn or walking the dog or something like that, it's like a thong sandal. You know, I've never owned a pair of clogs like this before, and this is something that I'm actually gonna pick up. You can style it any way you want. You can dress it up, you can dress it down, just like you saw in this video. It's a great shoe, it's really comfortable.
Yeah, and even though it's a cleaned up aesthetic, it's a little bit more sophisticated, all these things, it doesn't sacrifice anything that Crocs is kind of known for or what they do.
It's a workhorse of a material. You can play it up. Obviously, you could wear them out to the beach, do all these things, but you need to mow the lawn or something, you'll be just as protected as you would like a pair of sneakers. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, cool.
All right, so that was styling the Quiet Clog from Crocs. That was a lot of fun. Thank you for joining us, Al. What do we think, Timbo? Pretty versatile, right?
Yeah, it's a great shoe. I mean, it's been in our arsenal, like you and I, for a while now. We know the team. We got a couple pairs. We've been wearing them a ton. Like I said, it sits by the door. It kind of never leaves. I throw it on with everything. It ends up being the shoe that like weirdly just fits into a lot of the stuff I'm doing day to day. This one is going to be the one I feel like you'll kind of go to all the time. It's just, it becomes one of those really quick, which is why I like it, because of just ease of use and the fact that like you can kind of do whatever to it and it doesn't ever change aesthetically. I can think a lot of like different clogs I have that have gotten like beat up over time and I got to move on, or you know, the suede gets all banged up or whatever it is, you got to get a fresh pair. These don't really do that. I pretty much just take them out back, you hose them off, and boom, you got a whole new brand new pair of shoes. So it really has this really nice clean aesthetic to it as well that I really appreciate, while still being really versatile. I think it's a great shoe to put in your arsenal, especially if you're looking for some sort of like, you know, synthetic shoe to have so that you've got that versatility. I think this is a really easy, clean choice. One of the best that you can get right now.
Pop on over to the Crocs page on the site. We've got obviously the Quiet Clog as well as many other offerings.
All the cool stuff that they're doing right now, that's sort of like upper echelon, like, you know, experimentation things that Crocs is working on, we're carrying. So it's really exciting stuff. Yeah. It's cool to see what they're doing, what the technological advances they're making, and while still making it be like extremely wearable and fashion and cool.
Yeah, super fun.
Cool.
All right, well, like, comment, subscribe, drop some suggestions, let us know what you think. Be in touch. That's it.
Bye.
See ya.